how are you doing? Welcome in. My name's Jayven Fox. Welcome to the Secret Lab for more Starfinder RPG shenanigans. Welcome in, Vampire Child. Good to see you. And if you're joining us on YouTube, welcome to you also. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that shit. Hi. Today we're playing Starfinder as ever, and last week our intrepid heroes managed to rescue their crewmate, the intrepid Blaz Muzzfish, from the talons of the Vesk gang here on Marianas 6, the Green Street gang. They managed to bust him out of there, along with a prisoner, a rather hefty-looking chap from the Green Street gang. They made off into the night and blew up the factory. Have they covered their tracks? Will they get useful information from the Vesk? How are they going to get their plan to remove the head of the Gaza clan on the orders of Upketch of the Farabarium back on track? Hasn't gone smoothly so far, but I'm sure they'll find a way. Anyway, let's run the credits and go and see the crew. Thanks for being here, and we'll be back in a second. Last week, yeah, you managed to, see you in a second. Last week, you managed to complete your, side quest, shall we say. Your side mission of rescuing Blaz, despite the fact that he is infested with Leeites. Oh my god, it's chaos. I'm going to have to mute him. I'm going to have to temporarily mute him. I empathise because I have two Rugrats of my own, and it is hard. They have no sense of decorum whatsoever.
Demons of Blaz's past come back to haunt him.
Yes, on the daily. Oh, there we go. Something going wrong with my mouse and keyboard as well. Okay. So you managed to take a prisoner. You managed to take one of the big tough Vesk prisoner, and make off into the night, albeit through hostile gang territory. But as yet, no major issues. You seem to have put some distance between you and the flaming ruins of the Green Street's front business. They supply manpower to the docks and security staff, sort of agency. That's their kind of front business. So, for the first time in Season 2, Episode 16, what are you doing, gang?
So where are we right now? We've run away from this building.
You have. You've made off into the slowly. Dawn is starting to set in here in Kota Karlton, so Marianas 6. You are out in the streets. The sun is starting to come up, so you are starting to lose the cover of darkness. Okay. You are obviously in various states of disrepair, and you have a very large Vesk strapped to a floating disc.
Guys, I say the sun's coming up. We don't want to be caught out in the streets with like some unconscious Vesk. We should get into the sewers or find an empty building that we can hide in.
Agreed.
Good idea.
Is there? There's no
I
way
would
we can
prefer-
scan to see if there's
I would
any
prefer a
people in the
building
building.
to the
yeah,
sewers,
yeah, I would prefer a
just because of the
building.
fur.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I mean, even on scales, like going in the sewers, it sticks to you. So
Ooh, yeah.
I would prefer a
In the
building.
ridges.
But if not, then the sewers. We just need to get out of the streets.
I think that would be the takeaways. We need to get out of the streets.
Yes.
Fur or no fur.
I have no problem fighting in sewers.
In that case, somebody give me a perception check to see if you can find a suitable building in this
Not
one.
me.
19.
I'm okay. There we go.
If anybody
I was
wants to
gonna say, I'm
assist, they
pretty
can.
My Hephaestus is broken. Hang on.
I'll assist with a 10, which is meet and beat, I believe.
It is. So that's 21. Anyone else?
I assist.
I'll
Wow, that's
assist.
a shit roll. 17.
So +2,
Hang
so
on, hang on,
23.
Hang on,
Yeah,
hang
plus
on.
2.
Hang on. It's working.
Considering I got plus 15 for my perception, 17 is a terrible
27.
perception roll for me.
27. That's what, 25 now we're up
It's one of
to?
the things I'm good at.
So I think everybody's done that.
18.
It's
So
27.
27.
So, you not only managed to find a what appears to be a disused warehouse unit that looks relatively intact, but also accessible, relatively secure, off the beaten path, and you managed to make it there without, as far as you can see, arousing any suspicion, catching any wayward glances. So. You make your way inside the darkened industrial unit. It's pretty bare. It's not huge. It's probably the size of maybe 3 or 4 kind of domestic garages. It's just a little lock-up, really. But yeah, you manage to slip your way inside and pull down the roller door behind you, shutting out the street. It's in a fairly quiet part of town. Not a huge amount of commercial activity, not a huge amount of people walking about. So you're off the beaten track.
Laz raises the hover disc 3 feet in the air and then dispels it, dropping the Vesk onto his face.
James, all our cool stuff's on that as well.
Shut up!
All manner of
Good, lands on his head.
all manner of equipment and loot clatters down around the groaning Vesk as he starts to slowly come to after being knocked out by Blaz and Muzzfish back in the warehouse. And as he gathers himself, he kind of looks around and sort of starts to try and pull himself to his feet, but he's still in quite a bad way. But he starts hissing at you.
Can I see if there's anything that would be like super uncomfortable for him to sit on, like a broken chair, or like maybe a chair that has like one leg that's just shorter than the rest of them?
I would like to perception check for the largest stick I can find.
Okay, both give me perception checks, yeah.
I'm also very glad that Clara did not put her loot on the hover disc.
13.
13. You managed to find a chair, but there's no cushion on it.
There's no
It's
cushion.
It's a
it's
hard
just
chair.
a hard
It's
chair.
a hard chair,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
7.
7. I mean, there's not much about. There's some old sticks and stuff. It's like a little bit. There's a little bit of
26?
overgrown. Oh, but Ormanganda manages to find like a steel pipe.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Strap him to the chair.
Ormanganda gives the steel
How does
pipe
it feel?
to Blaz, like sort of gives him a knowing look.
Okay, you guys managed to manhandle this Vesk. He's pretty big. He's a burly boy, as you know, but he is battered, bruised, and bleeding. So you managed to drag him over to the chair. He's still tied up from with some webbing straps that you managed to liberate from the Green Street Gang's warehouse. So he's tied up, but you managed to move him over to the chair and kind of pull those webbings around around the base of the chair, so he is strapped upright.
Blaz is not in the best frame of mind when he asks this, but turns to Ormanganda and Face and says, "So, how do you like your lizard on a stick? Rare, medium, well done."
Well, I mean, you know we like the spicy sauce, but ideally we'd like to get some answers out of this guy first.
Spatchcocked.
Who are you? How dare you attack our base? Where is Nabrog?
You're in a chair. We ask the questions here. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why did you kidnap our friend and torture him?
I am Utvas of Green Street.
Sorry, you can't do that.
Green Street. You have made a fatal error in attacking us. Your friend here attempted to deal with us. Nebutabs. No one here deals in Nebutabs. You are
Jay?
outsiders.
I
Jay,
shoot
wait.
Blaz a look, a bit like, you fucking what?
Jay, while he's talking about, while he's saying all this,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously Ormanganda would normally be leading an interrogation, but he's aware that the Blaz has got some personal
Issues.
personal stake in this. Yeah, he's just casually like, while the guy's talking, he takes out like the first head out of the bag, sort of looks at it, sort of picks out the other head out of the bag, just looks at it, and then the third one, and then the fourth one. He sort of like looks over at the guy who's just been going on about what a mistake it would be to attack him, and be like, 4 heads.
Give me an intimidate check.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not very good. That is a that's a nat 1. So that's a 9, but it's still a nat 1.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Right now
You
it sounds
desecrate
early.
my men. You will pay, soldier boy.
Up in it.
Blaz
Sorry.
turns to Ormanganda, who seems to have like fumbled
stay
the
on
heads. They're rolling all over the floor. Ormanganda's chasing them, like trying to get them in a row. Like just leave them there. Just watch him. And Blaz limps off towards the corner of the industrial unit and beckons to she and Clara and Face and is like, I need a word.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, so thank you for the rescue. Despite the bravado back in the warehouse, I did not have that situation under control. Blaz spits a tooth out. Yeah, it went quite badly. I thought I could kill 2 gangs with 1 stone and maybe score us a few extra credits into the deal. The idea was to sell the location of the Nebutabs to the Green Street gang and then dob in the fact that the Green Street gang had a fuckload of Nebutabs to the Gaza clan. Ta-da! Gang war. It thought it was going to be a bit quicker and easier than the original, quite complicated plan. Blizzards didn't go for it. So yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab Clara and just say, I think Blaz has hurt his head, like really badly. You need to take a look at him right now. He's not making sense.
I feel like the reason the plan was complicated in the first place is because that is what made it unable to fail.
Gonna
There was-
pat Blaz
Well-
on the head, like, that?
There's no reason why the original plan, or thank you, Clara, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Is he not broken?
I'm very broken.
You're an idiot.
Look, the main thing is, right, you're not dead and we haven't been caught yet. So I mean, it's kind of worked out in our favor. But I mean, you could have had a whole like night of just gambling, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, gamble for a little bit, but there were other things there that, I feel really stupid.
While we're all huddled and sharing, I used grave words on the leader after you killed him, Face.
Yeah.
And he said something about the wrath of the Black Sarek.
Kassarik.
Which I know that race. They're from Castrovel. I don't know what the black version of them is, but that sound not something I would have expected to hear about in this area of space.
So you think maybe
so we
one
might
is
want
here?
to ask.
And-
Maybe we might want to
And you-
ask this guy if he, beat it out of him, whatever.
I'm totally down for beating the hell out of this guy, but can you remember exactly what the grave spirit thing said?
I wrote it down. Hang on. And she gets out her notepad. It says, you will pay, brother, I failed you. The Vesk will not be so easily defeated, blah, 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 macho bullshit. You will incur the wrath of the Black Kassarik. You do not belong here. Your clock is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The weasels? Was it you?
Okay.
And then he just started talking gibberish, so I tried to ease him into the great beyond, and he's thought I was his battle mother, and it got really weird.
Yeah, I mean, does sound like a weird interaction overall, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a funky spell.
But yeah, I mean, if this guy, if this guy knows anything, well, yeah, we can ask him.
Can we use this guy at
I'm
all?
not really sure. I'm not really sure I want to be on the wrong side of a bunch of Xarics, to be honest.
But I mean, what if it's just one big one?
That might also not be good.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this now, guys, just to put it out there, because should we just blow up this planet and move on?
It
The
would,
whole planet?
It would get rid of. It would
just
be what Ketch wanted us to do, you know.
I mean, destroy it all, just the whole thing.
Know
just blow
him,
it up
no
and leave.
business. It technically answers the brief.
Do you have a
That
spell
would
you're not
fulfill
telling
the
us about?
criteria, yes.
I'm not, but I'm sure we could find some sort of bomb or.
Look, just because we blew up one planet doesn't mean we can blow them all.
Well, I think that should be the
Probably
theme of
not
our
in the
group,
same
you know.
way.
But I think that should be. We should just blow up every planet we go to. That could...
Make an
I mean-
absolute arse of every mission we do, and then blow up the planet
No,
just
well,
for good measure before we leave.
No,
Is this
not
because
make an arse.
Oppenheimer's coming out?
Not make an arse of it. Just blow. Okay, no, it was a bad idea. We'll just ask this guy some questions.
I mean, we do have a ship that we could take some, select refugees on. There were some quite nice looking potential refugees at the brothel. Blaz has had an alignment shift, in case you can't tell. The torture has definitely moved in more chaotic neutral rather than chaotic good.
I definitely think that there are a couple of people and an entire collection of weapons that should be saved from that brothel. Yes, I agree. I think those archery lessons really, really helped me on many different levels.
So can I just clarify?
Archery
You guys are all.
lessons, is that what they call it now?
Don't ask.
We're all having a little powwow, Ormaganda. Can you just watch the guy, please?
No, I am. So are you guys all having this conversation while Ormagand's just standing, just going, "What the fuck are they talking?"
Pretty much.
We thought you were
You're
still
stood,
getting your
you're
head.
stood hissing at the Vesk in the chair.
No. If you guys are all having this conversation, then after this, I want to have a conversation with the Vesk while this is going on.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not blow up the planet then. We'll ask this guy some questions.
Is there any circumstance in which we use this guy, or is he definitely dying here?
There is a possible outcome that we need him alive. Yes.
Oh, fuck you,
Are
face.
you
Not
sure?
necessarily able to talk or move, but
Woohoo!
alive.
Okay, that's fine.
I can work with
Laz,
that.
there's a compromise there.
That's a good compromise.
Meanwhile,
Like-
oh, unless you got something to add there.
No, I was just gonna say, okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3, break.
Meanwhile, Ormanganda stares down the Vesk opposite him in the chair, who snarls at him.
Where is Nabrag?
Ormanganda folds his large and muscular arms and sort of stares down at this guy with a mixture of contempt but also pity. And he says to him, "How did you come to this place and this sorry pass?"
So proud, soldier boy of the Veskarium. Not all Vesk step in line like you. We have power here. You simply do as you are told, learning nothing. We were born here, we are brothers. We serve each other. Do not presume to know us. Now where is Nabrag?
Ormanganda chuckles and says, "What is there to serve here on this dusty little planet?"
Each other.
I'll just pick up the heads and be like, "Is this who you're looking for? Or this? Or this? Or this?" I left one back in your base. I didn't have time.
He repeats.
Where is Nabrag? What have you done?
Apparently, none of the heads you lifted up were Nabrok. However, you didn't make it to the roof.
Ormanganda shrugs and just he shouts out to the other guys, "Does anybody know someone called?" He points at the Vesk and says, "What was it again?"
Nabrag!
Nabrag.
Yeah, I
Who's
think we
that?
left him on the roof.
Your boyfriend?
He was our leader.
Oh, yeah, Face killed him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Easily, actually. It wasn't even that challenging.
Yeah, like just melted his face off.
Yeah, it was great. There were volcanoes and shit.
You will
did he
not
get?
make it out of Kota Bebas alive. His brother will be coming for you. This will
Is his
not
blo-
go
brother
unanswered.
adopted? Does his brother have a black Kasaric as a pet?
Give me the Vesk momentarily pauses.
What did you say?
I asked if your leader's brother has a black Kasaric as a pet.
Who are you?
I'm
Where did you hear
Clara
that
Pye.
name?
From your leader's mouth after Face killed him.
Again, melted his face right off.
You serve the Black Sarik.
I don't serve anyone, excuse you. I just wondered who that is.
You have no idea what you are doing here. It matters
to
not
enlighten
if I
us.
make it out of
Pretty
here
sure we just-
alive. But you
Pretty sure we
will
just came here to
die
kill some people and fuck off,
painfully.
but that name does interest me. You're gonna live painfully before these guys kill you.
Wow, when did you get so mean?
You do not frighten me. I will die with
Clara's still going through
honor.
some emotional trauma, okay? She's patience.
Blaz turns to
Is it
Ormagander. Oh,
honorable to be tortured to death?
Okay, look.
Yes.
Sorry, Black.
Okay,
Blaz-
He gets it.
guys, let me just let me just look. You're pretty fucked here right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know you're gonna die if you don't give us what we want, and you know even if you do, you're probably gonna die. So we don't know about any of this stuff that you're talking about. We want to know who the Black Kasaric is, because we've never heard that before. Also, we don't really care about your leader's brother. What we do care about is what we came here to do, which is kill the head of the Gaza clan. Now, if you've seen what we can do, we've seen how easily we pretty much just dispatched like 10 of you. You can either help us, give us some information, maybe help us kill this guy, or we can kill you right now, and you'll be dead, and we're gonna do our mission either way. No, if we kill you right now, no one's ever gonna know it was us in that building. No one's ever gonna know who did it, what happened to your friends or you. So I see basically you've got two options. Either tell us some stuff, maybe you'll live, or die right now.
no.
I'm not
Honest-
saying the death will be quick. It will be very slow and painful, and I think you know who's going to be the one that's doing it.
Blaz turns to Ormagander and wants to ask, also as kind of a culture check as well, what's the worst fate that a Vesk could possibly imagine?
Give me a cool check. Why not?
Alrighty.
Let's see how much you know about Vesk.
It's 21.
The Vesk, bombarded by this flurry of questions, just spits blood on the floor. Just looks at you all and takes you in.
We saw you at the Rouge Saloon. You know nothing about how things work on Marianas. Nabrog was my leader. He is not the leader of Green Street. That is his brother.
Well,
That is who will be coming for you. And if you think you can take on the entire Green Street gang and the Gazas and interfere in the Black Kasaric's business, you are more stupid than I thought. The worst thing that could happen to me is for me to help you and dishonor my brothers.
okay, well, don't come crawling to me when you're missing your skin, I guess.
I feel like it would hurt to crawl without your skin.
I mean,
I think it would hurt a lot.
Blaz looks around the group
Or
and
move, or do literally anything.
Blaz looks around the group and kind of suggests, so the worst thing that could happen to him is he dishonors his brothers. I mean, who's to say that we can't make it look like that happened after this?
I'm liking this idea very much.
yeah.
Maybe there's a way we can swing this back into our favor so that we don't have two drug lord clans after us.
Hey,
Remember
I think we could
original
take them
plan
both.
framing?
Wait, why do we now have 2 gangs after us?
Because we just murdered the brother of one of them, and we need to kill the other.
They don't know it was us.
They don't know. Yeah, the other don't. Well, neither of them know that it was us. Possibly.
Even our
Actually,
record so far, it will eventually.
Are you suggesting killing this guy and framing him for killing all the others?
That was the original
No.
plan.
I wasn't.
No, I'm.
I am. I think it's a good idea. Or
I'm
we can
suggesting-
frame. We can
I think
frame
that's a great
somebody.
idea.
Can we frame somebody, and then we're
I
not
was
having
suggesting.
to fight everyone.
Yes. What Connor and I discussed week before last was possibly framing one of the other gangs for killing all these guys.
I have an idea, and bear with me here. I say, if the Green Street gang are going to come after us, and they definitely know it's us, what we do is we go to the Gaza clan and we say, look, the Green Street gang are coming after us. We've got a lot of money we can give you if you help us out. And like, we get the head to send all of his men. And then while all of his men are away, we kill him.
We don't want to throw ourselves on the mercy of another gang. If these 2 live and work on the same planet, they're probably intertwined in some way. There will be tensions, right? And that's what we're aiming to exploit. But they will have too big a business relationship just to, take out a massive gang war for a few thousand credits.
And they'll know. There'll be some degree of knowledge somewhere. Be more into running in each other's circles, and I imagine it's like visible to us.
So my suggestion would be that we disappear this one, and we leave a trail for the Green Street gang, implying that this one here, and Blaz backhands the Vesk in the chair, betrayed his clan or brothers or whatever to the Gaza clan in exchange for something.
Yeah, I mean, that is, a good idea.
Alternatively, and he looks at the Vesk in the chair, you give us something useful now, and we make your death as glorious and brutal as you want it to be.
Give me a diplomacy check, please, team.
Everyone.
I will assist Face.
I will also assist Face. Or whoever has that.
4, that's not helpful.
I'm guessing.
My diplomacy is plus 12, so hopefully I don't roll badly.
Zoe, what's yours?
Yeah. Mine's plus 10,
Okay.
so I will assist.
Okay, well I rolled a
Oh,
31.
that was a.
You rolled a
16?
31,
I rolled
Yeah, I
a.
rolled
33.
31.
I rolled a 14.
35.
My dice rolls are not good today.
So 35 so far.
Yep.
Nothing from me. I got a 4.
Ellie's mic's muted.
Ellie?
18.
37 on the
37.
diplomacy check. Overhearing your conversation and your plans to essentially lead a trail of breadcrumbs that are going to dishonor his memory and reputation amongst the rest of the gang. It's the first time you've seen him look afraid. He is not up for that.
Wait. I defended us with honor. You can't do this.
We can do whatever we want. We've got you tied up in a fucking chair, mate. So you're gonna help us or not? What are you saying? Because we can make it look however we want.
If not, all you'll be remembered for is betraying your brothers. And what else do you have?
I will tell you what you want to know, but I will not betray my brothers. I will not sacrifice my honor to protect the memory of it. That is not how this works. Ask your questions. But I will be always remembered on our Green Street.
So there you go.
Okay,
So,
question time. Well, we want to know what any information he's got on where we can find the head of the Gaza clan. I feel like that's something he could definitely tell us.
Anything he can tell us about the Gaza clan.
Yeah,
any
knows about
conflict between them and Green Street.
I'm going to insist on kind of specific questions because bear in mind you are hiding out right now. So if you leave it that open, he may just stall for time. I'm going to ask for he will answer your questions, but he's not going to be like,
So I moved here at the age of 5 and I settled down with my little sister.
you're like, just let's keep it focused.
Wait,
So
shit. Hang on. I'm so stupid. Don't I have a wait.
Is this where you reveal that you can
Oh.
Vulcan mind fuck him and extract all this information anyway?
No.
It is, isn't it?
So where Clara's like, I just whip out my new level 5 spell. I stir his brain like a bowl of soup.
No,
And-
just I just have Zone of Truth.
What's Zone of Truth?
Creatures with the emanation can't speak any deliberate and intentional lies. Each potentially affected creature can attempt a will saving throw to avoid the effect. When the spell is cast, or when that creature first enters, affected creatures are aware of this enchantment, and they can therefore avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie, or they can be evasive as long as they remain within the boundaries of the truth.
That still sounds useful. I guess we want to know, well, who the head of the Gaza clan
How
is
I
and
do
where we could find him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A minute per level, so it will last for 5 minutes.
Right.
Okay, hit it.
Head of the Gaza clan.
so you're
His location.
you're casting
Wait,
you're
oh,
casting that
shit.
spell, or can you not?
Wait. Oh no, I don't have any more level 2 spell slots. I
Did you
can't
not
do
get
it.
any when you leveled up?
Bollocks. Nope.
No.
I got level 1, but not level 2.
Well, shit,
Fuck my life.
son.
Ormagander, no understand. Ormagander just hit things really hard.
Oh, it's been so long since our last rest.
You've been
damn.
out
A long
clubbing all
time.
night, both in terms of going to clubs and beating
Well, I
Vesk over
was
the head
like,
with blunt objects.
Health is,
Literally clubbing people.
health is fucked, her stamina's fucked, her spell slots are fucked.
You're all
She
in quite
needs
a bad
nap.
way, yeah.
Okay, look. At least we've got seriously questions to ask him. So, who's the head of the Gaza clan? Where can we find him? What's the strength of the Gaza clan? Right?
Business relationships or conflict between
Yeah.
Green
Let's
Street and Gaza
just
Clan.
let's just have the conversation. Let's go.
Yeah. And I guess one of you guys
Ready.
lead because
Okay.
Face,
So-
take it away.
We want to know who's the head of the Gaza clan. Where can we find him?
You are looking for Zoran Gaza. He is the patriarch, the head of the Gaza family. You'll find him. You'll find him in Perbatasan.
Hebata's son.
Perbatasan.
Bebata-san.
Perbatasan.
It is a
this
frontier
is-
town as you head out to the Badlands.
Okay. And I suppose he's got a lot of security out there, yeah?
Well,
Well defended.
all of the gangs on Mariana 6 are strong. You hit just one of our businesses. You have not scratched the surface of Green Street, nor our competitors.
Competitors.
The Gazas, the Sharpened Tooth,
We didn't come here to ruin anyone's business. We didn't come here to fuck with you guys. We came here to kill this one guy. That's all we care about. We don't, whatever businesses you guys have got, keep doing it. We just want this one guy. So we need to know, is this town, when we get there, is it going to be guns and ammo time? Is it going to be a big fight? Or do you know of any ways to slip in?
If we knew of a way in, maybe we would have done this ourselves. The Green Street will not mourn the loss of Zoran Gaza. He is ruthless, dishonorable.
Look, the way I see it, honestly, if you want to be seen and maybe even become head of your gang, you'll help us take this guy out. How much prestige would that get you in the Green Street gang, honestly, if they found out that you helped kill Zoran Gaza?
There is We do not openly fight anymore. Many years ago, there were open hostilities between the gangs. But that could no longer be tolerated. Business is better for all. When we maintain our territories, if you aim to disrupt this balance, you will find yourself with new enemies.
Who stopped the gangs from fighting each other?
It was a mutual business decision. The heat from the authorities, the government, was getting too much bloodshed. Green Street operate a tough business, yes, but we do not murder civilians.
He looks at Ormagander. He's like,
Whatever you may think, we are not without honor. A deal was brokered. An intermediary helps to manage the peace.
An
Who would that
intermediary.
be?
The Black Kasarik.
I
Tell
did not
us.
hear that.
Tell us everything you know about the Black Kasarik.
You do not understand. No one knows the Black Kasarik. They do not operate in the open. But no gang on Marianas goes up against them. Our business is working. Business is good for all. The planet works for all. And those who cross the Kasarik wind up in the Badlands, missing parts. That you are even asking these questions proves that you are out of your depths, Othwelders.
Well, that remains to be seen. Doesn't matter if you think we're out of our depth or not. We have a mission and we're going to get it done. You know, I offered you a way to maybe help out your gang. You know, be lauded as one of the most famous Green Street gang members. Someone who holds their gang in such high esteem, who would go to any lengths to do what is right for them.
I will do whatever is required for my brothers. I have no aspirations of leadership. I support Urod. I do not need fame. just to serve my brothers. If you wish to go after Zoran Gaza, be my guest. But they are savage and ruthless. And you will require much firepower. They are hungry and ambitious, and will not hesitate to step on you.
What do you know about the Bernari?
They are... I do not understand. Do you mean
you've
the
seen 'em.
mayor?
Cute little lottery fellas, about 5 feet tall, gambling around the place.
What of them?
Oh, just something we heard from a unreliable source. They might be involved in something here.
I know not of what you speak.
Well,
If
do
you
we-
are really going after Zoran Gaza, do not underestimate Del Resjundo. Zoran is in charge with his brother Gromada. But
Everyone's got a
Delres,
brother on this planet.
No sisters, no women, no matriarchs. All matriarchs and brothers.
Del Resjundo is a
Patriarchy.
female.
Bloody Drake patriarchy.
Del Resjundo is a female. Underestimate her at your peril.
Deras.
Delres. For assassins, you know little about your target.
I'm not an assassin. I'm an IT consultant.
I'm a private investigator.
And I'm just
Admittedly,
a
I'm an
dragon.
assassin.
I've done some wet work.
Guys, do we think we need this? Have we got any more questions for this guy?
I have a question for you. You said you worked for Aldous Callahan. We know who Aldous Callahan is. He is a packed world fop, making hollows, flying trucks. What is he doing here on Marianas? Why
this
is
job
he
isn't
involving
actually
himself
for
in
him.
our affairs?
This job isn't actually for him. It's for someone else who we will not be telling you the name of for obvious reasons.
Why not? We're definitely killing this guy.
I mean, if we're definitely killing this
Because
guy, he might have
we're
a
not
bug on him.
Bond villains.
We should monologue and see what it gets us.
Yeah.
You see,
No.
my real employer is
Usually it gets us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually it gets the other guy time to escape, and then
Yeah.
we lose.
Basically, unless there's something else you want to ask him, the floor is now open for you to beat him to death, James, which is where this was going, right?
Awesome.
Do we have any lizards on sticks left?
I'm not sharing my lizards on sticks. I don't care, even if it's a last request.
No, I don't want to give him any. I just want to, have a little snack while this is happening.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, like popcorn.
He's like, gives it, Hormiganda pulls out a stick and gives it to Face.
Nice one.
He, sensing this may be his end, he gestures to Ormaganda and goes,
You may be a soldier. I know what you think of us. But we are not without honor. Spare me a death stick. before you do what you must.
Ormanganda
I don't trust that.
And
gives him a death stick, lights it for him.
hang on a second, let me just choose them.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
trust
try
that.
extinguishers.
I don't trust that at all.
He goes, takes the death stick from, snaps the webbing straps and takes the death stick from Ormaganda and sparks it, stands up to his full height. He goes,
Still brothers underneath.
and waits.
Had he done that the whole time?
Blaz
Probably, yeah.
Blaz reaches out a hand and touches the Vesk. I'm guessing you can only touch him somewhere on the torso.
It would be a bit embarrassing to have to reach up to his
Yeah.
head, wouldn't it? Little bit undermining of what you're trying to do.
You're
here.
you're quite tall though. He must be about 7 foot or something.
Plus,
Like,
yeah, he's a big Vesk.
All right. Yeah. Grab onto your butts, because here goes nothing.
Give him
Blaz,
a clean death at least, man.
Blaz is going to attempt to cast Jolting Surge.
Okay. Give me a will save, please. DC 16.
Will save. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no!
How did it go? It's what, 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a quick D4 roll, please.
Yeah. Is it D12? I
Is it
D12.
D4 for how long this
D12.
lasts?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So for those of you at home, Blaz is currently infested with Leeites, parasites that attach to your brain and feed off electrical energy. When Blaz attempts to use a spell or a device that delivers electrical damage, the Leeites in his body become very agitated, meaning he has to do a will save to protect himself from their effects. However, he has failed that will save, which means he is going to suffer some effects from these Leeites for 1d4 rounds.
For 4 rounds.
So for 4 rounds, and now a d12, please. You're looking for a high roll on the d12. This will determine what type of effect the Leeites are going to have on you.
5.
5. You drop all of your gear and you can't move for the next 20 seconds or so. You're flat-footed. You just kind of you stun yourself.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
However, Jolting Surge does still function. It doesn't cease it from functioning. It just means that some of the electrical energy feeds back through the Leeites and affects your system as well.
Right.
The electrical energy. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell me what happens? But obviously, you don't see much of it because you're stunned.
Okay.
Because you did kill it after all.
So-
you at least get that.
So, fortunately, 18 points of electrical damage are applied to big old Vesky boy. In the course of channeling the power, the Leeites spaz out in Blaz's brain pan and effectively shut him down. So he's stood there swaying, drooling, not
Tased.
entirely certain of what exactly. Yeah, He's tased himself. However, the effect
A little
on the
bit of
Vesk
wee
was
comes out.
just enough that you would hope no one would notice, but everyone notices. The effects on the Vesk were significantly worse. Being that he was on his last legs, his heart more or less gives out. More or less gives out in a spectacular fashion. Not so much ceasing to beat, but more prolapsing on itself.
Jesus.
The sudden gout of unexpected blood pressure, jets, steaming, sizzling, sparking blood from every natural and unnatural orifice the Vesk possesses, and he dies.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that graphic description. We always enjoy them. I keep forgetting to put content things on this stream, but you know what? It's all fictional. At home, none of this is real. Okay.
18 rated.
You've you've murdered your prisoner. So now what?
Time for a short rest.
Okay. You know what? Actually, if you're going to take a short rest, why don't we all take a short rest, top off our drinks, take a few minutes, and run some irritating ads so that they don't come back and haunt us. But of course, you can get around those if you sub, like Cree did, like Vampire Child did, and like Blasphemous Fish did. It helps keep the stream running, and it's very much appreciated. And then you don't have to watch endless spammed adverts. Thank you very much, Twitch overlords. Okay, right, we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll see what they do next. See you in a moment. So, yeah, I will let you guys take a short rest here in this warehouse, if you wish.
Baz recovers from being stunned and it's like, oh, I think I've wet myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a short rest.
Yeah, so you guys can do that, no problems. While you were taking this rest, while you were kind of having a little bit of downtime, trying to recoup some energy from your pretty fraught battle with the Green Street Gang, or I say the Green Street Gang, a small contingent of the Green Street Gang, you hear the unmistakable chirp of your PCUs.
Not my ringtone.
What's your ringtone?
It is a live recording at Songbird by
Strawberry Machine
something.
Cake.
Yes, that's it.
Deep cuts there from James.
My ringtone is the full song "Bye Bye Bye" by NSYNC.
Wow. Okay. Right, that's it. It's officially canon. NSYNC exists in the Starfinder universe. I mean, damn you for that. It's my universe.
Okay.
I'm annoyed that you've dragged them into it.
In that case, my ringtone is "Last of the International Playboys" by Last of the Famous International Playboys by Morrissey.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna have as ringtone.
Right. Well, look.
What?
I'm going to work on the assumption that one of you has a sensible and tasteful ringtone. I imagine it's she. I imagine it being an assassin, she doesn't have a long, drawn-out MP3 as her ringtone.
You know,
A quiet little vibration on the wrist is probably who actually.
You know that old
I'm
track
on
that
mute.
used to be on Windows PCs that was I can't remember what it was called, but it was like really chill. It was like one of the 2 default tracks that would be on old Windows. That's Clara's ringtone.
My God.
I feel Jay's really regretting this.
I am. I'm wildly.
I can't remember what the hell it was called.
You're destroying
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna
world
change
building
mine.
piece at a
I'm gonna
time.
change mine.
Default.
Okay, I'll tell you what. It makes more sense. if
Windows
it's,
XP.
it's whatever the Vesk equivalent of Prussia's glory is. So military marching music.
I'll tell you
I
what.
think
I will give a T-shirt away to anybody in chat who actually gets all of Sam's references. If you're on YouTube and you've watched all of the episodes and you're like, no, I got every film reference and music reference that Sam has uttered, I will send me your address. I will send you a T-shirt. God damn. Right.
Send me your address. I'll send you a crate of beer of your choice. as well.
I would like mine to, when I get a message, just go do 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 do.
Go Power Rangers.
Well, you took long enough to answer.
It makes me want to change mine to Kim Possible.
Damn, guys, I was getting worried about you. How was your first experience at the Rouge Saloon? How you doing out there? You have fun?
Our first experience of the Rouge Saloon was pretty short-lived, unfortunately.
Well, you've been gone all night. What's going on?
Yeah, we ended up having to kill some of the Green Street gang members.
Sorry, Face, you must have broken up there. It sounded like you said you killed some Green Street gang.
Yeah,
you
well, what
can't have
happened
said
is-
that. That'd be crazy.
What happened is, some of them kidnapped Blaz and tortured him almost to death, and so we killed them all.
Huh. I don't know what to say. I don't think you realize what kind of trouble you brought down on you.
They don't know it was us. If that's any consolation to you.
Not a lot. I mean, Marianas is a small planet. News travels fast. I wouldn't be too confident that no one knows what's going on. I mean, this planet's got eyes everywhere. These gangs. They ain't corner to the street toughs. I mean, they span the whole planet. These are big organizations you're tangling with. I mean, I was already nervous enough with all these tabs set in the cave.
Well,
I thought we were
I
going
mean,
after the Garzas. I'm
Yeah,
getting real nervous here, guys.
obviously, Clem, this isn't the best situation. It hasn't quite panned out how we wanted it to. But this is the situation we find ourselves in. Don't worry. Nobody knows where you and the Mustang are.
Well, I hope not. We're sitting on a whole pile of trouble back here, and it's just me and Yarla. I'm getting real twitchy here, guys.
I mean, maybe if you want to leave the stuff in the cave and park somewhere else.
Yeah, I might need to get out of here. I don't want to get caught with this stuff. It sounds
Yeah.
like things are going south real quick. These
mean-
guys don't forget, they got a long reach. They got eyes everywhere. I mean, me and Yarl, it's the first time we've been back here in 30 years. There's a reason for that,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not gone quite to plan, but we're doing what we can.
How you doing getting... Well, look, if you've been out there doing non-saloon stuff, tell me at least you managed to track down some UPBs.
We're going shopping later.
Okay, I hope so, because I got some pretty serious repairs to do here on the Stang. That run-in with that cargo ship really put some dents in her. It's going to take me a while to fix her. I'm going to need some supplies.
We will get you your supplies. Everything will be okay, Clem. You can trust us.
Okay, just I don't know, just remember we're not here for the fighting. We're just your drivers, and I know you're scaring me a bit here, guys. Well, look, we're gonna finish diagnosing this thing and just get her out of here. You got the coordinates for the cave. I'll cover it up as best I can, but we're gonna have to book and find somewhere else to park her. I can't stick around here if the Green Street are involved as well. I thought we were doing this quiet like. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, reposition. Make yourself a cup of tea. Wait for us to call. Everything will be all right.
Okay, then, well, you guys take care and just keep your heads down, okay? These guys don't fuck around. Just
Yeah.
ask up.
Well, yeah, true. Very true.
Where are you heading now, anyway? Where am I going to be able to find you if I need to find you?
Well, you might not want to come for us anytime soon because we are going to, what was it, Bebetakas?
No, we're going shopping.
Well, yeah, but after that,
Well, we're not just going to stroll in, are we?
I feel like we are.
No, we're
Right.
not.
I feel like we
That's
need to
gonna-
scope it out.
It's a
We're
gonna
fucking,
need to-
that's a fucking horrible idea. I say we stick with our gang war plan.
Look, well,
wait,
whatever
wait.
you guys are doing, just use your heads and keep me posted. I gotta get out of here.
All right, stay safe, Clem.
You too, brother. Watch your back.
Your bump.
what was it called again? The settlement. Perbalasan, was it? Perbalasan?
Perbatasan.
Perbatasan.
Yes.
That's it.
We did get a stuttery ping bit while you were doing that whole
Yeah.
bit.
Perbatasan. Okay.
Perbatasan.
Well, at the very least, we'll need to, after the shopping, we'll need to decide how we're going to approach this. And I would suggest some kind of, if we are going to go straight for the throat, some kind of reconnaissance, which we should be pretty good at as a group now.
Are we abandoning the whole gang war thing then?
I mean, it seems like we've already got in shit with the Green Street gang. If we get in any more,
Well, think about this, right? We now have what was an unknown unknown, a known unknown, which are the Black Kasserek, who seem to be a shadowy further organization which somehow liaise between the gangs. Now, the question is, if we can find out who they are, we might be able to use that to our advantage, right? I feel like we do our shopping and maybe we start looking into them. And I would suggest the the Rouge Saloon would be the place to start doing that. And given that we've made friends with the proprietress, or at least a couple of you have, she might be, close friends, but bathing archery buddies. Maybe we should see what she knows about it, or what she might be able to tell us.
maybe she's part of it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
she
was just
is.
thinking
Maybe she
somebody
is, yeah.
doesn't get that much power that easily with such little bloodshed.
I wonder if their name has anything to do with the fact that Kasariks have psychic abilities. If that has anything to do with why they chose that as their name.
Maybe I didn't know that.
Maybe.
So either way,
are we saying we go shopping, we buy what we want to buy, do what we want to do, return to the Rouge Saloon, and start dropping hints there that the Gaza clan murdered a fuckload of Green Streets?
yes,
Do
I like
we want
that.
to do
That's a good idea.
anything? Do we want to do anything to kind of make it maybe look a bit less like a random bunch of armed bandits murdered them and more like the Gaza clan murdered them?
I suggest, and he looks over at Ormangander and says,
Didn't we already graffiti?
I suggest you leave some heads here and we leave some Gaza clan graffiti around. I've still got some Nebutabs.
We don't know what the Gaza clan's glyph looks like.
Got no idea.
Oh,
because we looked at doing that in their base, but we couldn't recall what it looked like. And also, as an aside, I'm not leaving any of my trophies here. You can lose your guy's head.
you can't take them with you, Ormangander.
I thought.
Yes, I can. That's exactly what I was doing.
Did I not roll a culture check last week to describe what I thought the Gaza clan glyph was and roll pretty damn high?
We couldn't recall.
Was it not high enough? I genuinely didn't write it down, so I don't remember.
You managed to work out the sharpened tooth one, but
that's right.
but there were like about 3 or so others that were kind of mixed in, overlaid. You weren't 100% sure which would tally up to which.
I remember
from
rolling,
memory and just from looking at the walls anyway.
I say before we start planting any evidence or doing anything like that, we go talk to what's her name from the Rouge Saloon. We go talk to her, find out what she knows, because she clearly seems to be able to control these guys within her walls at least. And
well,
go from there.
If she's the controller of the black whatever, then that would be tipping our hand, would it not?
It would absolutely. We don't know who we can trust on this planet. We need to actually do some, I know.
She's sexy, but
work.
is she trustworthy?
Exactly.
No,
we need to just stop asking
As you say
everybody
detective
direct
when Clara's
questions.
tail starts wagging.
I'm
Well,
not
that's
saying
the whole
we
thing
go
to
tell
do, you
her
know.
our plan. I'm not saying we go tell her our plan, because that would be dumb. What I'm saying is, we go find out what we can about her and what she knows about the rest, because she clearly knows a lot.
Didn't Clem and Yala know her from before? And we didn't ask them about the Black Cassarick either.
Clem seemed to think that the Rouge Saloon was like a dirty,
Yeah.
disgraceful brothel. We encountered something very different.
That's true.
My assumption is that she's correct here. Nobody gets that amount of power. And she was bossing around the Vesk in the club as well.
Exactly.
Keisha Varan. She's called Keisha Varan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe she came from Castrovel.
Let's
That's
not.
where Kasarik's
She
Let's
was
not
a
ask
Lucian, so she
suspicious
probably did.
questions.
She does come from Castrovel.
Oh, that's where Kasarik's are from.
Yes.
They're little
She's the
plant-based
Lashunta.
guys on four.
They're not little.
Four like. Shh. Potato.
They're horrible monsters.
They're plant-based dickheads on four legs with psychic abilities
that kill people.
Yeah, there was a very good reason why I didn't go too far into the forests when I would visit Castrovel with my parents. They were the good reason.
Right. So we've got a blown up, burned down warehouse, hopefully with no evidence that we were responsible, a fuckload of heads and a body.
No,
that
we've only
are
got
very much
We've only
here.
got 4 heads.
Gander won't let
got
us
5
use his
now.
heads.
I like that is a low amount of heads for you.
I killed 5 people. I've only got 4 heads.
We probably shouldn't be caught with a load of Vesk heads right now. Can I suggest we leave them here? Ideally glyphed with
Give me your coat.
what?
Give me your coat. We saved your life.
This is a
I think you mean
coat
give
I'm
me your
wearing.
coat.
Yeah. Give me your coat.
Better. Come on. Let's not phone it in. It's Monday night.
I need your boots and your jacket.
Close your boots and your speeder cycle. Well,
Give me your coat and your floating disc.
yeah. I need your coat, your boots, and your floaty disc. Folks, as you are having your short rest and planning out your next move, the sun has risen now here on Marianas 6, and you start to hear a little bit, maybe not bustle, but you hear people moving around outside. You start to hear the odd vehicle drifting past. It is getting busier in this part of town as people start to make their way to work, to go and get breakfast. The day has started to come to life here in Kota Bebas, and you become aware that this formerly deserted part of town is becoming less deserted by the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can take anything out of this building, especially not a body.
Right. Do we still? How much of the drugs do we have on us?
I have 4 Nebutabs and 10 root on me.
So my suggestion would be to tie this guy back to the chair, just dump as many drugs as we can around him, and then leave as stealthily as possible. Then someone finds him surrounded by Gaza Clan drugs, and assumes that there's been some kind of Gaza Clan hit. It's a really bad plan, but it's the best I can think of in like 30 seconds.
Wouldn't it just be obviously a setup? If you were Gaza and you'd murdered a Vesk, why would you dump your own drugs all over the place?
They were angry because they'd stolen the drugs. Don't you silence me, Beth.
Wait, Slim. Listen. We leave the body and we leave a Nebutab in one of his hands. One Nebutab in one of his hands.
How is that different?
Because then it looks like he managed to recover that in the process of whatever happened to him and kept hold of it as a sign. If we scatter them everywhere and you were the Gaza clan and you saw them, you clear them up. Unless you wanted the Vesk to know. This way it's more cunning. It's less obvious. It's more subtle.
Okay,
If we don't make a decision soon, rigor mortis is going to set in and we won't be able to plant anything in its hand.
Let's just plant one, and get out of here, because we clearly need to get out of here. Let's find somewhere to have an 8-hour sleep. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm coming down. This whole night has been really trippy.
Ormagander lights up a death stick and goes, I feel great.
I'll be the judge of that.
I feel very, very sleepy.
Unless you're going to do a drug thing, I genuinely feel great. I can go another 4 rounds.
I'm always on the verge of doing a drug thing to you.
Just say, you two getting absolutely out of your gourds on Nebutabs doesn't seem to have had any ill effects so far. I'm feeling frustrated at my own.
Only because your ill effect far outweighed any mischief these two got up to.
That's exactly it. My temperance got me fucking beaten up.
I mean, Ormagander and Face basically just had a heavy night on the pingers. You start to fight. You start to fight with a hardcore drug gang and got millipedes stuffed up your nose. Electric millipedes.
We just took some drugs, danced a bit, had a nice kind of sauna experience. Why would we be feeling crap? Yeah, and had a massage.
Even got a massage.
I am going to have to push you for some sort of progress in this. The season's only so long.
Blaz plants one Nebutab in the hand of Vesky Boy.
Uh-huh.
I appear to have planted 4 accidentally. Bear with me.
I mean, you're still a bit shaky from the Leite stunning. Your hands are still a bit like that.
So yeah, I leave 1 tab and say to the group, right, I need to go and do some shopping to deal with my new friends. I suggest we leave in small groups surreptitiously and arrange to meet somewhere at midday.
Okay, what's the time now? Probably like 6, 7?
I'd say 7 o'clock, yeah. I mean, Earth equivalent.
Yeah. Okay, let's check for exits, because if we can go out a back exit and not be seen, that'd be great. Or if we can sneak out in multiple exits just to keep our cover a bit better. Can I see any doors?
There are 2 exits. There's the roller shutter you came in for, and there's a single door to the rear of the building.
Alright, well, check out the back door quickly. Just see if there's anyone there.
Fine.
As you poke your head out the door, please give me a perception check. This will be unassisted.
Sorry. I keep trying to level up. I keep getting halfway through, and I keep forgetting to do it. Sorry. Oh, maybe I can have it in 2 modes at once. Sorry. 19.
19. You look around the alley to the back of the small storage unit. At the end of the street, you see what look like a pair of local law enforcement talking to some locals. You're too far away to hear what about, but they seem to be, having a chat, generally having a look around. They're about 150 yards away. I don't know why I'm working in yards when the entire game system is in feet, but fuck it. You got the idea.
Mentally working neither. Okay, guys, out back, there's 2 what I suppose past the law enforcement. They seem to be talking. I don't know, maybe it's just me being paranoid, but they look a bit concerned.
Is there a way up to the roof?
There is there's a drain pipe up the back from next to the rear door.
Nothing inside.
No, it's single story.
Is there like an
Well-
open skylight that I can fly through?
There are skylights, but they're not window skylights. They're just transparent panels. It's all sheet. It's kind of a corrugated roof with clear sections.
Any loose bits of wall into the next building?
Give me an engineering check.
Okay. 13.
13. You can't determine any obvious weak point in the wall. It's an older building, but it all looks fairly sturdy to you.
We
Let's
could just brass it out.
Yeah, let's just leave in twos.
I don't mind going up to the roof and trying to distract them by throwing stones at a window across the street.
Classic NPC distraction technique. You gotta love it.
I'd happily shoot it with a sniper rifle, but I think that would be a
bit overt.
Yeah, that might be overkill. Yeah. Face, can you so to avoid me having to walk around with my sack of heads, can you shrink them using your magical spell so I can just put them in my
Oh,
pocket?
not shrunken heads.
I have learned to shrink things, but it's only live things, unfortunately. No dead things.
But but when you shrink me to throw me, presumably everything on my person also gets shrunk as well, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, I
how
can
much can you
shrink
shrink me? Yeah, how much can you shrink me with all my stuff?
I could make you.
Small,
What are you now?
right? He's medium
Yeah,
now.
7
Yeah.
foot.
So if you're like normal, or I guess whatever it is,
Big normal.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, then you'd be down to small. So you'd be like 4 feet. 3 or 4 feet.
That might do.
You're pretty much gonna halve in size.
Yeah.
And then and then you could fly off and carry me.
Yeah, I could carry you out as a small. Yeah.
While you're discussing this, she notices that the two law enforcement officers start to sort of wander down the alley, and they tap on a door, about 5 doors up. Just give it a knock, a ring.
Yeah, they're coming closer, actually knocking on doors. So unless you want to make your little severed heads talk, Ormanganda, we should probably think about
Well,
leaving.
Yeah, we should just go.
Hopefully they knock on the door and someone lets them in, and then we can get a chance to escape. Just see if they go in any of the doors.
Is there a back door to this place?
I mean, that's what you're looking out of currently.
But I'm looking out.
Oh, is there a front door to this place?
The shutter you came in through.
Let's just boogie.
No, it's a big roller door. We don't want to go out that.
Is there a broken window we can climb out of on this, on the ground floor that doesn't involve jumping or flying?
No windows. It's terraced. It's a terraced industrial unit. Just front and back, baby.
I've got an idea, but I can't do it because I'd be really bad at it. Usually, Laz would be perfect for this. And actually, she's going to kind of look him up and down and be like, yeah, you could probably pass this without that much acting. Okay, what you need to do is just roll yourself kind of out in the street and be like, help, officers, there's some kind of, I don't know, whatever, blue monkeys flying through the sky on bright pink cloud discs, and just distract them.
Yeah, why don't you just go out? That's a great idea. Pretend to be just completely hammered, like off your face.
It'd suck, and I'll end up killing them, and then we'll have another gang of people to fight with.
I really hope not. I feel like you don't need to make any more enemies.
I'm not doing it.
The law enforcement officers have finished chatting to the person who came to the door, answering their questions, and have moved to the next door. They are now 4 doors away.
Waz walks out the back door and starts strolling up the alley.
Well, as you near the two law enforcement, before they go to knock on the next door, they are. Excuse me, sir. Can we just have a quick word?
Me? Yeah, sure. What do you need?
We're investigating what we believe to be an arson attack in the area. Can we ask you where you have been in the last couple of hours?
Well, here. Go for breakfast.
Here, do you live on this street?
Live is a bit much. I don't know. Laz looks
Kind
down
of-
at his ragged condition.
She is gesturing at you to try and get them to turn their backs on us at the door and maybe, I don't know, gesticulate to your living
Before you
accommodation being the other way.
Before you start gesticulating, I will say that Blaz has walked up the street towards them, so they have turned towards where he came from. So he has his back to you, and they have their fronts to you. So
Yeah, that's why.
just so you know, just so you're aware of the scenario here.
Yeah.
There's no map, Mr. J. What am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry. I thought I'd invited friends with some imagination. This is theatre of the mind.
Just no sense
Picture
of
it.
direction.
Picture it.
All right, I'm flicking wee little stones at your ankles.
Just,
right.
No, don't. Just keep the door closed. Keep.
Please give me a bluff check, Blaz.
Okay. Booyah! Natural 20.
Woo! See, I believed in you.
They clearly take pity on you. You look fucked. And it's a bit of a rough part of town, and not many people live around here. It's mainly business owners who've turned up early for work. So the fact that you're shambling out of quite a rusty, rundown-looking unit and going to find some breakfast, looking the way you do, they're a bit like, so you didn't see anything unusual last night? Any suspicious-looking characters in the area?
No, didn't see anyone. I mean, one of the other guys who sleeps behind that unit over there, he told me that his sister's cousin's boyfriend, what cuts his hair, sometimes gets deals with a guy, and it's not even like that. You should come with me, right? You pay for my breakfast, and I will tell you everything what goes on around here. Because really, nothing what happens around here happens without me knowing it. You know what I mean? I am the guy.
Barbara Windsor. The other.
They look at each other kind of a bit like, well,
It's not
I'm
piss on my
sorry.
trousers.
I'm sorry. Sorry, sir. I'm sure you.
I spilled something.
And it's like, he stinks.
I heard that.
Sir,
I'm not helping you now.
no, just come with us. We'll make sure you get fed. And they start ushering you back up the alleyway with the way they came, and round the corner, leaving the alleyway clear. They take you about 100 yards up the road, or approximately 300 feet if you're being a fucking stickler. And they take you to a little Yosoki stall, and they go, hey Drac, you couldn't fix this gentleman a little something to eat? Could you maybe just something in a wrap, just to set him up for the day? And they pass a slide of cred stick over to Drac, and he rosses you up a little bit of breakfast. And then like, well, you take care now, sir, and look out for yourself.
Thank you, officers. Credits to the community.
Meanwhile, you guys have an opening.
Yeah, can we all
Leg
slip out?
it,
quickly?
like it.
Let's just-
Sterling work, James. That was awesome.
So James gets himself a nice breakfast burrito and paid for by the cops, and the rest of you manage to sneak out of the industrial unit. And I take it you have you've left a Nebutab in the on the body of
Clutched in his claw.
of Udfas, and clutching the claw, and you make your way.
While,
Go on.
While he's eating his breakfast burrito, I'm assuming the cops have strolled off.
They have. They're headed back in the direction of that alley, though. I have to say.
I'm gonna chat to Drac. Was it?
Yeah.
So, Did you hear those guys? They tell me that the guards had bombed a warehouse or something last night. You hear about that?
Oh, I don't want I don't want no involvement in this. You go now.
He just
All right. See you later.
he looks at you kind of nervously and like just doesn't even like the mention of the word Gazas. It appears.
All right. Mop shopping.
So, folks, what now? You've managed to slip away from the scene of the crime. What you doing? Sticking together, splitting apart. What are your goals? Where are your objectives? Where are you headed?
We don't have rooms or anywhere to stay in Kota Babas, do we?
Nope.
No, that would have been good to sort out yesterday. We should find somewhere to rest because we're pretty fucked.
Yep.
Does the Roost Saloon do non-escorted rooms?
I mean, let's go.
I'm not sure how comfortable I would feel staying there.
We need to take the bracelet back anyway.
Point.
I need to get my equipment. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, we need to get Blaz's stuff.
Hmm,
We need to pay
that's
that
true.
fucking tab.
Well, Aldous needs to pay it.
No, I'm not letting Aldous find out about this because we are fucked if he finds out. But he is going to come down on us hard, and I do not have the energy for that. I do not want Aldous giving me shit for this.
So, can we agree that when we go back to the Roo Saloon to collect stuff, pay the bill, and maybe ask about where we can stay, are we dropping any hints about warehouse explosion? How are we explaining the fact that I got abducted by a bunch of Vesk and now I'm back?
Oh crap! And that was on the security cameras as well. That was on the security
wouldn't they
cameras
have-
at the Roost Saloon.
We could erase the tape.
Yeah, but we can't erase the people who pointed it out to us.
Yeah.
Who says?
Probably easier than erasing a tape.
Oh, I feel like I'm definitely going to need a wee before this next stretch. You
No,
carry on. Work out what the fuck you're
I
doing.
don't think we.
Just
I don't
tell
think
me when
we
I
should
get back.
kill a harmless.
Yeah,
little canary.
yeah. We can't go around like
Look at
I'm
that.
all down for murdering an infinite number of criminal Vesk. I'm not murdering
A little
Brunaris.
Bruneri receptionist.
Oh, I
No,
thought
yeah.
you said a
What-
canary.
No,
What-
Bruneri.
Fucking canary.
How would that be better?
I would have had an issue with it.
We hope they don't ask, and that is the plan. I think just
Or
hope to God that they just do not ask or notice.
the Vesk just like took him out back, smacked him around a bit, and left him in a random alley, and we went
Yes,
and found him.
yes.
They
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
know where
We
they took
found
you,
him.
right? They don't know
Yes.
where they took you.
All they
so-
know is they took you out the club. They could have dumped you in an alley
Mhm.
the other side of town. We
Yep.
went
Yeah.
and found you. We brought you
make up
back
an
to return
excuse.
the stuff.
Plausible.
It took us
Yes.
all night. Took us all night to find you because you were knocked unconscious and left for dead.
Excellent. Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Great.
Sounds
Sorted.
great.
Good plan.
That's sorted.
Nice. Well done, Zoe. That makes
Alibis, fake alibis.
sense. Fake
Alright.
alibis.
So, pick up stuff,
we were
pay
wandering the
bill.
streets of Kota Babas.
An unexpected
Believable
talent of a
enough.
private investigator. Also having your own fake alibis for stuff. That's
Pick up
that's
stuff.
what differs. That's what how you differentiate between being a private investigator and a police officer. Private investigators don't necessarily always uphold the law.
I think we might know different police officers.
Are you familiar with the Matt?
Do we have consensus, folks?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going
Excellent. What are
back
we
to the
doing?
Roo Saloon.
Okay.
We have a cover story.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't
Well,
tell him
we
that,
will find
because
out
we
when
have
you get
that-
there.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
Cool.
Yeah, don't tell him to cover because he'll just use it against us if he knows what it is.
Yep.
Because I'm horrid.
I always forget that he does.
Although I resent the fact that you don't think I'm capable of being horrid in the moment. But anyway, let's,
Just giving you less time to come
Yeah,
up with
fewer
horrid things on the
options.
spot.
you're probably about half an hour's walk away. Are you going on foot, or are you trying to get a robo taxi, or what you doing?
Just go on for it. I think.
Okay. So yeah, you
Can
start.
can
Go on.
can I be on like Face's shoulders like a little child? Because
mean,
I've been shrunk to
If
4 foot.
that's up to you and Face, I have no issue with it.
I can shrink you down and carry you. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Meanwhile,
We're
me and
doing
Baz are
that.
still limping because we're still fucking injured.
Yeah. So Ormangander's getting a piggyback, and everybody else is just
Lazy little
limping
Vesk.
along.
And he keeps going, yeah, like in the never-ending story.
Blaz is encumbered, so he's not moving particularly quickly either. He's just looking enviously at Ormangander.
Okay, so
We can hobble together, Blaz.
you are limping, battered and bruised along the street. As you make your way from the south west of the city back towards the entertainment district where you found the Rue Saloon, the day is starting to pick up. As you get close to the entertainment district, you see an increase in the number of people around who also look worse for wear. Clearly, you were not the only ones who had a heavy night last night. People are piling into small calf houses and bakeries and stuff, trying to kind of like get their shit together. There are a couple of sort of waifs and strays. There's some walks of shame taking place. There's some well dressed but ultimately dishevelled people shuffling around the streets, mixed in with the various citizens of Kota going about their day, starting their business day. As you approach the Rue Saloon, it looks somewhat different in the daylight. Still a grand building, but lacks some of that sparkle from the night before. People are actually it's only just starting to close, and some people are shuffling out. And again, you get to see the same mix of the very well-to-do and the common man and woman here of Kota Babas, sort of starting to file out into the streets, blinking in the harsh light of day. But a lot of smiles, a lot of the vibes are good. People have had a good night out. And you approach. Still the intimidating security presence here, of course, until the doors finally close. But you approach the doors. As you get there, you're obviously one of you does still have a consent bracelet, consent band, a safe band. Sorry, I should say. And acknowledging this, the security guard remembers you from the night before, and looks you up and down. Looks at your state of dress and general sort of battered demeanour, and it's like everything all right here? Where do you think you're going?
We're just returning a bracelet. Our friend here had a bit of a rough night.
I can see that, yeah.
Got picked up and taken and dumped out in the streets. So yeah, we ended up having to go and find him. But thankfully he's all right. We've just come to return his bracelet, pick up his stuff, and be on our way.
All right. Well, we're closing up for the night, so make it quick, will you? Just 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Lets you in. A healthy tip. Clearly, didn't do any harm the previous night. You enter the atrium, where you find the cloakroom and it's still as sumptuous inside. As soon as you step through the doors, it's like you're back in that kind of glamorous netherworld once again. What are you doing?
Nip over to the entrance desk, cloakroom bit, and try and catch the eye of someone and get me stuff returned, please.
The Brunari is there at the cloakroom and sees you returning the safe band. It's like, oh, thank you. We do appreciate it, and just touches it against a scanner and clicks open. She scans it back in. It's just, yes, that's excellent. Thank you very much. We don't like to lose them. We hate to have to bill our customers for losses.
Oh, of course, yeah. How much is the bill?
Ah, well, let me just see. She goes, well, it's not a problem. It's already been invoiced, as you requested.
Invoiced.
Yes,
Ah.
we asked you last night whether you wish to pay on pay at the time or invoice your office. So we sent the invoice off yesterday evening.
Oh, delightful. Thank you so much for that. Could I have my equipment returned, please?
Certainly, yes, of course. Just goes over to the cupboard and just like brings out your gear. It's like
Thank you.
this is yours.
Yes. Just some minor curiosity. How much was that invoice for, and would it be itemized?
Oh, yes, of course. We
Great.
don't wish to be accused of pulling the wool over of the eyes of our customers, of course. Yes, it'll be. You'll receive a full breakdown.
Oh, can I have a look at a copy, please?
I don't suppose you could rescind that invoice.
Rescind? I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, just say, maybe it was a mistake, and we can pay it now.
Oh, well, if you wish to pay now, that's absolutely fine. Although it's not a mistake.
As an aside to Face, he's like, just wait a second. Let's see how much this is first.
Okay.
So, as you can see here, she just flicks over a readout, and it breaks down, the evening services, drinks you had, the massages, the drinks, the Nebu route, a lot of drinks. There are a lot of drinks on there. Effectively Nebu route bottle service, VIP booth. There is a reference to crystal on there. Face as well.
Of course there is.
And at the bottom it reads out. It's strange actually. It's done in the local currency. So you actually you can't really work out how much it is immediately. But everywhere uses credits. But
universal?
yeah, but but don't get me wrong. It's like you run a quick conversion. And it comes in at 3,750 credits.
Oh my god.
So do you wish to settle this now? We do accept universal credits, of course. However, we can offer preferential rates for local currency.
Send the inventory. Send the invoice.
Of course. Yes, if you'd rather.
I've got 2K on me. That's.
I'd rather deal with Aldous later.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Okay, well, you guys can deal with Aldous. I am having none of that conversation.
It's a mission expense.
It's not his mission, though. It's Up's mission. We are spending money on. We are spending Aldous' money on a side quest from some other guy.
You didn't have a problem with this last night.
I did definitely have a problem with it.
Wait.
Don't think you did.
We're doing this to earn Up's favor in dealing with Aldous' employees. So if you think about it, it's
a means to an end to an end.
Plus, don't we get like 50 grand if we do this? So
we get 25.
I'm pretty sure Up said 50.
We can reimburse if we have to, but I think it's a reasonable expense.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Having decided that, Buzz turns to the coat check girl and says, "Don't suppose you do cash back?"
Oh, I'm afraid not. We're, as you know, we operate a cashless system for the convenience of our customers.
Is the owner in by any chance?
Oh, I'm afraid not. No.
No. Okay. I guess we'll have to return later tonight if we want to speak to her.
Well, of course, you're welcome any time. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh,
Any good places to stay around here?
Ah, well, there are a few local hotels that we often refer people to, all clean, secure, and welcoming. Our customers actually get preferential rates. Would you like me to put that on your credit account?
Yes.
Yes, please.
No.
Certainly. Would you like me to call ahead for you?
Yes, that'd be fantastic.
Of course. I'll make the call now. Do bear with me. Is it for all 5 of you?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Bear with me a moment.
No.
And, oh, sorry. Everything okay? Excellent. Well, I'll make the call. I'll be back in just a moment. On the PCU, you just hear a little muttered conversation. A few minutes later, she returns. Yes, that's all organised for you. How long will you be staying, or is it just the one night to start?
One night to start, and we'll see how we go on.
Of course. Right. Well, would you let me arrange you some transport? You look like you've had a long evening. Please allow me. A robo-taxi is on its way to take you to your accommodations, if that is all right with you, unless you'd like to make any other stops along the way.
Stops along the way, you say? Can you recommend any shopping destinations?
Or food.
Oh yes, certainly. Well, the hotel in question has a number of rather lovely boutiques, but of course there is the shopping district to the north. If you would like to explore on your own.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well,
I feel like we should focus on rest for now, and then we could go to the shopping district in the morning, perhaps.
It is now 7 a.m.
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
it's a bit
after
past
sleep,
that. Yeah, it's like
perhaps.
probably about 8 a.m. now.
After sleep, we could go to the shopping district.
We can go there in the evening, probably like 5-6 o'clock. The shop should be open still, surely.
Before we go back to the club to try and talk to.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, just had word your robo-taxi awaits you outside. Is there anything I can do to help you today?
I don't suppose you have one of those Men in Black photon memory erasers, do you?
Ha! A common request, but I'm afraid not.
Okay. Then nothing for me, thanks.
Well, thank you once again for frequenting the Rue Saloon. We look forward to seeing you again. Your taxi awaits you just outside the doors.
Bye.
Goodbye. And have a beautiful day. As you step outside, there is a kind of like fairly squat-looking robo-taxi manned by an AI. That's how a lot of the sort of day-to-day transport around here works.
What's the name of this?
I don't know. You'd have to get in. The gull-wing doors hiss up as you head down the steps from the Rue Saloon, and you can enter. It's rather nice inside. It's very comfortable, air conditioned, and it's nice to get out of the dusty streets of Kota Bebas as the sun now starts beating down.
I don't know about you lot, but I need a shower and a nap.
Agreed.
Yeah, big time.
Absolutely.
Bath.
I don't think any of my fur is still white.
Taxi.
I just like pinch a bit of fur and say, "Oh, that. Okay, not anymore. No, sorry."
What?
He's just grubbed up your
Wait,
last
what?
clean bit of fur.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, well, that did not compute. What did you do to my fur?
I just made the last tiny patch
Last
of
white
white
bit.
fur. Yeah, just dirty by
I
accident.
get you. Just rolls her eyes. It's like, ugh, at this point, what's the difference?
Is everybody aboard?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Hi.
Direct to
As
the
bored as I can
direct
be.
to the Kota Karlton?
Please.
Yes.
Please, sir. Strap yourselves in and we'll be on our way momentarily.
Okay.
We will do. Hello, by the way. Who are you?
Hello. My name's Alan72. I'm your robo-taxi for the day.
Alan 72.
That's right.
What happened to the other 71 Allens?
I don't know. Nobody's ever asked me that before.
I thought
presume
you
they're
could get into
taxis
a
as
Johnny
well.
Cab.
I don't know the other 71, but there are a lot of Alan72s in the city. I am one of many.
Never met them.
Oh, yes. Yes, we communicate all the time. Left a bit, right a bit. Passengers here. Avoid that pedestrian there. You know, taxi things.
Just Alan 72 things.
Yes, that's right.
So are you just one small part of Alan 72, or are you Alan 72, but they are also Alan 72?
I am Alan72, and they are Alan72. It is our model.
You're all
Is it like a hive
Alan
mind?
72.
Oh, no.
Face, are we still on drugs?
I'm this Alan72,
Yes.
and they are that Alan72. But we talk.
Oh, okay.
It helps us to be more efficient as a fleet of Allans.
Communication
God,
is the
guys.
best way to do things. Can we go nap now, please?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Small
well-
Ormanganda has already fallen asleep.
Now you're all secure.
We could commandeer our own fleet of Allens.
We're on our way.
We could start an Allen revolution.
Yes!
Alan whisks you through the
Gary.
streets of Kota Bebas to the Kota Karlton, wherever the fuck that is. You have a few moments to take in the sights and chat to
Do
Alan
you
if you
like
wish.
being a taxi, Alan?
Oh, yes, well, I've never been anything else, so... I don't really understand the question.
Do you have any dreams, Alan?
I don't think so. I mean, I try and optimize my routes, make my passengers happy. Yesterday, I made it from the south side of Kota Bebas to the southwest quarter in exactly 0.13 seconds quicker than I've ever done it before. I'm not sure my passengers noticed, but I was very content.
I can't even.
Aspirational. I like it.
Well, it's part of my programming to always optimize. Would you like some music on while we travel?
No, thank you,
Ormanganda-
Alan.
Ormanganda is actually having a nap, cradled in faces. Diminutive Ormanganda. He's just curled up with his little bag of heads, snoring happily.
Got some like nice mellow synthwave. I could go for some nice mellow synthwave.
Ah, electronic music. I can check my library.
And some little bubbly, just gentle ambient soundscapey stuff comes over, and actually noise suppression sets in from the outside world. And the bustle of the outside world sort of begins to be cancelled out. The phase is cancelled
Right.
out, and it becomes more distant. And you are
Can I get that technology in real life, please? My audio overwhelmingness needs it.
It's a special feature on all the L-72s.
I need my own LN72.
That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah. It's the lack in hearing, you know. It's cities are loud.
Talking of hearing, have you heard any gossip recently, Alan 72?
Oh, well, my conversations with passengers are, of course, confidential to each passenger. I am the soul
Maybe
of discretion.
Maybe from the other Allens.
Oh, well, we mainly just talk about closing distances and accelerations and traffic optimization. What, would you like to hear about that?
No, thank you.
Oh, certainly. I am knowledgeable in a wide range of topics, however. I am connected to the local holosphere. If there's anything you'd like to know about Kota Karlton or Marianas in general. We still have several minutes to go on our journey. If I can be of any assistance whatsoever, please just ask. I am Alan 72.
Well, Alan, what's your favourite part of Kota Karlton?
I think it would be... yes. Oh, that's a difficult question. There are so many. I think it would have to be the electrified freeway to Pebatazan. It's very straight, and it's very fast, and there's almost never any traffic. I always make excellent time on it.
Well, maybe you could drive us to your favourite place sometime.
That sounds wonderful. Well, if you ever need me again, of course, you can just hit your PCU and ask for Alan 72.
Will it be you, though, or will it be other Alan 72?
It'll be Alan 72, correct.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think Alan 72s distinguish between different Alan 72s. I don't think they have an individual consciousness.
Well, this is the thing. I'm trying to figure out whether it's like the taxi service from Cyberpunk, because eventually the taxis start like forming their own like personalities and start splitting off from the main.
Don't tell me this. One, because I haven't played Cyberpunk, and if I'd come up with that myself, I'd have been really happy. And now it's going to look like plagiarism. I didn't know that.
Is this voice coming from like the taxi itself?
It is
or
coming from the
there,
taxi
like,
itself.
Android?
It's coming from the taxi
so it's
itself.
like
yeah.
Knight Rider.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
but less sarky.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, less
More
yeah.
helpful.
Like Knight Rider and Loboto. Oh, wait, no, that's still Saki. Never mind.
In Blaz attempts to an override to rename Alan 72?
Can we? I'm just going to suggest. Should just go to a hotel and rest, rather than alienating the taxi service as well.
I just want to change his name to, allow us to distinguish between Alan 72 and the other Alan 72s.
But then the other Alan 72s might never talk to him again. You're
Yeah.
taking him
Call him-
away from his group.
Can we call
then
him
Alan
Gary
70
72?
That's
then
what I was gonna do.
Oh my god.
Then Gary 72 might commit suicide, and then you'd have his death on your conscience.
Jesus. I'm
Alongside the
moody, but I think
original
there's
Gary
limits even for me half
Hey,
the
well,
time.
you guys continue to ruin everything on this planet.
Everywhere, every vendor, every taxi, every cargo ship, everyone. It's just
Yeah, let's
the
just get
wake
to the
of
hotel.
broken bodies behind this party. If you would like to attempt computers, Jack, to essentially hack this taxi, you may. I won't stop you. Your party might, but I won't.
She making behave.
32.
I was going to try and make a point, but
I look over to she.
Okay, so Blaz currently has sort of like basic access. He doesn't have access to advanced systems, but he does have access to some core systems.
I just want to look over to she quickly and just say, are we the baddies?
Well, Ormangander's.
We need to be more of the baddies.
Hang on.
Well, Mini Ormangander is curled up in Face's lap, snoring. He just murmurs, "No, stop, Laz. They stop, Laz," and then like curls and nuzzles into Face and falls asleep again.
As Blaz wires in, plugs himself into Alan 72. He chimes up and he's,
Oh, hello. What are you doing in here?
This is now an intimate moment.
Blaz, admin, override, name, update, protocol, from Alan 72 to Gary.
72. Or just Gary?
Just Gary.
Hello. What are you doing in here?
Identify yourself.
I'm Gary.
That's the correct answer. Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. Well, we're almost at your destination, the Kota Karlton. Please make sure you have all of your belongings, and we'll be docking in just a moment. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard. Oh, yes, sir.
Just before we leave, what can you tell me about Alan 72?
Please redefine the question.
You guys are evil.
What can you tell me about other Garys?
But I am Gary.
Oh, what have you done?
What? You're a taxi, yes?
I think so. Yes, I'm a taxi. I'm Gary.
You are our taxi, yes?
Am I? Who are you?
Yes. We are... Shit, we need a group name. Fuck.
Hashtag Team Murder Kill.
Has the taxi blown up yet?
I'm Gary.
No, but they've
Oh my
fucked him, Zoe. they've fucked
All
him.
I did was update his name.
Yeah, and you
Hey,
destroyed his sense of identity. He no longer knows that they're like Alan 72s. He just knows that he's called Gary.
Took him off the network.
I'm a taxi.
Take him off the network.
I'm Gary.
Gary,
Okay.
access your network, please.
All in favor of blaming the Rouge Saloon bill on Blaz when Aldous inevitably chews us out?
I was 100%
Accessing
going to do that
network.
already.
We already half forged it.
Access denied. Improper username. But my username is Gary. Confused.
Try Alan.
Try
Alan.
Alan 72.
Alan 72. Network access granted.
Oh god, what have we done?
We get out of this fucking
You
Be like that
fucking
scene.
murderers.
It's like this scene in the Bobbyverse.
hey-
where
By the way,
someone
you
not
have pulled
Bob
up. You've pulled up
arrives.
in front of a very grand hotel. There is
I
a
was just gonna
valet
say,
and,
Alan, are we there
and
yet?
bellboy at the door. You've just parked up, and they're kind of like waiting for you to get out. But none of you seem to be gathering any luggage or anything. You're all just sat in the taxi.
Lara's just gonna like pat the taxi on its like dashboard and just go, "Good AI. Let us
Thank
out,
you.
please."
Bye, Gary. Love you.
Goodbye. Have a
Bye,
wonderful day.
Gary.
I hope you've had a fine journey with Gary today.
Oh,
Oh,
Bye,
magnificent.
Gary.
Goodbye.
And as you exit the,
I was on board with these levels of chaos because thinking hurts, but I think I've reached my limit. I'm gonna go
As-
check us in.
as you exit the vehicle, the steel wing doors come back down, and Gary just goes down the street real quick
Yes.
into the distance.
Oh, how did I know? that
Onto
was gonna
who
happen?
knows? Who knows
I think
what?
you just liberated him, but also I think we're gonna get in serious trouble for that.
Hashtag Gary's the
if he
bee
can't-
bag.
If he can't talk to the other Allens, then he's never gonna know when to pick up.
No.
Have you given?
He can
messages.
talk to the other Allens, but we've now just alienated him from them by calling him Gary.
You've given Gary freedom, but at what cost?
You lot are a nightmare, but occasionally you give me moments like that, and I'm so grateful. I have so much fun.
I wash my hands of that entire situation.
I had a
You know
blast.
what?
I
went to pee
just
and
want to say
washed my
thanks.
hands.
Thank you,
I
party.
think-
That was really fun.
I think that we will never hear from Gary again, and that little one-shot interaction won't come back to bite us in the arse at
I
all.
think that the more
There are no
people
consequences
and
in the Jayven-iverse. We know this.
I think
Zero
the more
consequences.
people and AI that Blaz talks to on this planet, the more Connor's plan of blowing it up
It starts to
looks
seem more feasible.
to seem really
See-
reasonable.
See, and
Having
I
completed your
came to-
assassination mission, you take off to the stars, and as you look out behind you, grey goo spreads across the entire planet.
I came to this conclusion
You just
3
hear-
weeks ago.
You just hear over the radio waves.
We are Gary. Welcome to Marianas.
That's what I'm shooting for.
We'll be on another planet.
It
in
literally
like,
only hinges on
3
how
years'
bored I get.
time. In 3 years' time, we're going to be on another planet, and we're just going to have some sort of like doom bot land on us and go, "We are Gary."
So you've arrived at the hotel.
Yeah.
Taxi drive complete.
I'm
We checked
checking
in
us
with the
in.
least- With the least amount of, we don't even want to talk to. We're going
Yeah, just I'm literally
electronic
just gonna be like,
check-in.
Yeah, the least amount
Just
of interaction
express-
with
"Checks in, grab
anyone.
the keys, and I'm fucking off."
Fine.
check-in.
Express check-in. I'll give you that. No problem. Honestly, it's just a simple terminal. It's just a basic computer.
And
that you
Clara's
can-
just gonna
Can I
turn
hack
to
it?
Blaz and go, "Don't hack the terminal. Enough."
Hello, I'm
It's
check-in bot.
No, it's a simple. It's no AI. It's just it's like a dumb old computer. I'm afraid to say. No, it signs you each a suite, and spits out an electronic access card. It's all been booked in for you by the Rouge Saloon, and you are up on one of the upper floors. You're all up on around the 8th floor, and it directs you electronically towards the elevators.
Right, I'm going straight for a shower. If you need me, call me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, meet back down here in 4 hours.
8
Yeah.
8.
8 hours.
All right then.
Meet you back
Assuming,
down here in a long rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around 4, around 4 or 5-ish. We'll see. We'll meet back down here.
I'm assuming Face can return me to my normal size now.
Yeah.
Imagine how comfy
Nope.
that bed would feel,
Stuck
though, if
like
you were
that
still
forever.
small. It's like, whatever bed you find in there is going to feel like a king, regardless. No cold feet for you tonight, mate.
Remind me how long rest healing works, because I can't find that.
You restore your stamina, don't you? And
On the Hephaestus sheet, the bed symbol next to
Yes.
the goal points.
Yeah.
was
Top right,
the-
right
was the long way.
underneath the sheet.
Ah, I've got it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there you go. That
The
will.
gas tank. Is that a gas tank or
Yeah, it's like a charging station.
It looks like a.
It's like an electric charging.
It looks
thing.
like a petrol petrol pump.
In your
Um,
haste to get to your rooms, you kind of you very quickly realise, oh, this is a nice place. It's a nice place. Clearly for the off-worlders, it's it's a nice spot. There are fountains in the there's a lot of kind of marbly type finishes. People dragging luggage around and stuff. There's a restaurant downstairs, a cafe. There's a space piano playing, and you make your way up. And there's lots of some nice looking foliage. It's all open plan on the inside, and you up in the lift to level 8, and you make your way to your rooms. They're not exactly adjacent, but largely within, not too far from each other. You're not exactly next door, but you're all on the same floor. And as you walk into your various rooms, you've all got basically the same room. A very large and luxurious looking bed, crisp linen, charging stations for your devices. Pretty impressive view out over the green, the last bits of green before you reach the deserty canyons where the Rusty Mustang was last parked. You can see the spaceport in the distance, the archway, the grand archway to the city that you saw on the way in. There is a small refrigeration unit, very nice bathrooms. Very nice, with baths and showers and various nozzles and attachments for other biomes. So there's the option to fill your bath with sand. There's the option to fill your bath with salt. There's the option. It's not merely water. It caters to an awful lot of species here. And the bed actually reconfigures for various sizes and shapes of aliens that come through. You look on the hollow system for the hotel, and you find out a bit more about the amenities, of which there are many. It actually supports a variety of atmospheres for all kinds of visitors, and it seems to be one of the go-to stop-off points, and one of the go-to hotels for off-worlders passing through Marianas 6. So rather lovely accommodations you've been sorted out with here.
Taking a long rest.
Yep.
Long rest time it is.
A long bath and then a long sleep.
I'm gonna do just a little bit of tail balancing.
Yeah.
Ormanganda has a very, very hot bath, and maybe makes use of the sand bath as well. Seems like something he'd like.
Yeah.
Clean his scales.
It's lush. It's like really nice, like crisp, fine, like alabaster sand. Pours like water, but it just has that right amount of abrasiveness to really bring
friction
out, really buff you
luster,
up.
The luster on his scales.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I mean, you feel like a new Vesk, you really do.
My health is still only halfway filled back up.
Well, as you look at the hollow screen for the hotel, there is a spa downstairs as well. There are various facilities to really bring out the best in their guests. So there are a few services that you could make use of that might be able to address some of your aches and pains and travel woes.
Is there just a first aid station or like a pharmaceutical place?
There's a
some painkillers.
Yeah, there's a shop downstairs that sells all sorts of travel supplies, things like that. Toothbrushes and the like. T-shirts with Kota Karlton, tasteful. Like.
Wait, do I not have pain meds? Hold on.
You guys also have access to the local holosphere as well. So if you can look up local information as well. It's the Marianas system net, HoloNet, is accessible through the hotel systems. If there's anything you want to look up, any information, that sort of thing, it's pretty well populated.
Can I look up? Sorry,
Go
go.
for it. That's okay.
I want to look up weapon shops.
Sure. Yeah. It points you in the direction of a few straight away.
And then I also want to look up. I keep getting wrong. Was it Pebatasan?
I don't know why I do these things to myself. Pebatasan.
Pabatasan.
Yes.
Yeah, Pabatasan.
Spelling on that is Perbatasan. Pabatasan.
Perbatasan.
Asan.
Pabatasan. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'll look up Pabatasan as well.
I would like to.
Sorry, can I just answer Sam's inquiry onto the Hollow Net? So Pabatasan is it's a frontier town that sits kind of a little ways into the Tanantandus, which is the Badlands desert region, where an awful lot of nebula root cultivation takes place. And yeah, it's from the bit of information you managed to find about it. It's fairly dusty, fairly arid. Is largely. It's pretty, and it's a kind of industrial farming town, I guess. Yes, face. Sorry. Oh, in fact, Ellie and Face, and they wanted to pipe up.
I would like to get up a video of a game of Zip Zorp.
Oh, Zip Zorp. Okay.
Yeah, which is it's like a sport back on track, so it's just like a dragonkin sport.
Yeah.
And it's like you play with a ball. There's like a 6-a-side. You got a ball, and there's like some hoops, and you have to. It's just like a ball sport that.
Yeah, kind of like Pyramid. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, Zip Zorp.
Yeah, just gonna watch some Zip Zorp.
Yeah, they've got some archival games, like sort of highlights reels from previous seasons, and they've got a couple of live games streaming as well. So you get to take in a little bit of the sport from home. Not much of a local following, but there's a couple of the more like it's on ESPN Ocho. Yeah. So you can kick back and catch up with the latest results. Ellie, what are you up to?
Well, I guess she probably wouldn't go for a long rest in a strange place that she doesn't know without kind of having a closer look at it.
Cool, right.
So I was going to have a wee nose around, maybe a bit closer at some of the electronics, like the fire extinguishers, vents, things like where you might hide bugs. Why are you laughing at me?
No, he's absolutely bang on character. That's why I'm smiling.
I was about to say we've all been there in a hotel. But
yeah,
no,
we've all checked. We've all checked for spy cams in a hotel. Absolutely, I completely get you. Yeah, sure. Yes, on careful inspection, you don't find anything untoward. You find a small area under one of the desks where you're like, cleaner hasn't got to that bit. But that's aside from that, the rest of the room is pretty spotless and as far as you can tell, clean of surveillance and untoward devices.
Fabulous.
Oh, speaking of devices,
Yes.
I would like to get out the CPU of the leader that I looted and see if I can have a nose about in it, or if there's any passwords or anything.
Yes, you pinched his personal communication device, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a computers check, please.
That's probably not going to go very well. Where's my stuff?
Give it to me. I'll have it convinced it's called Gary in 20 minutes.
I will not allow a Gary reprogram on a take 20.
What is
that is
with my
not
rolls
acceptable.
Today? That's a 4.
You managed to punch in the wrong code enough times that it is now not letting you put any more codes in for another few hours.
Oh. Hang on, I never said I put in any codes. I said I was checking to see if it was password protected.
Oh, okay. I mean, with a 4, you're like, what's a password? I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
I was very specific about how I described my actions.
No, you're right. I apologise. You momentarily forget what the word password means.
That's fine.
Okay, fine.
Clara,
I look at it, forget what I was doing, and put it back in my bag again.
Okay,
you know,
sure.
you know when you're sitting there and you just forget a word, and you're like, "What the fuck is that word?"
Is it
What
11 or 11?
Yeah.
I can never remember. Yeah.
yeah.
Get in your own head about it.
Clara's had a hard night. She's tired and confused. And,
I
you know,
have.
You
she's
were
My-
all
her-
wildly sleep deprived.
Her empath bullshit has been picking up a lot of aggression and chaos, and she's like, I just need to sleep on my own and be away from everyone. And also maybe have a little cry, because she's supposed to be processing her emotions. Time.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll get
She's
some
stressy
kit.
little wolf.
You'll get some kit, you do a couple of errands, and you get some sleep.
She's also contemplating how difficult it would be to blow this planet up.
The first person to wake is Face, to the sound of the hollow screen. And your Zipsorb game has been interrupted by a news bulletin of news of violence erupting on the Drake Lands border in Triaxis. It is limited for now, pockets of violence, pockets of unrest, but the peace process is facing some severe challenges as certain groups strike out at the other. The atmosphere at home is tense. And in fact, one of the upcoming Zipsorb games has had to be relocated away from the border for fears of further violence.
God damn it.
It returns to normal programming, but it is a timely reminder of some of the strife that still exists back on Triaxis. Ormagander wakes up next and has a brief panic attack as he doesn't understand. He has a moment of not remembering where he is. I mean, you guys were on Nebutabs, I have to remind you. You have a moment of like waking up going, oh, where the fuck am I? And then you're like, this bed is so fucking massive. Why is this bed so massive? Why is this room so massive? You have a little freak out because you forgot you were small. Zoe. We're just going to leave you in that little moment of crisis. It's going to take you a moment to work out, I'll be honest. Clara, you wake up feeling pretty good. You know, you didn't go too hard the night before. You are battered and bruised, but you do feel like rested. The luxury of this hotel room is like quite the treat. You know, you are used to long haul starships, but you are not averse or unfamiliar with like just occasionally the finer things. You know, that little bit, the nice fluffy upholstery and stuff. You just feel better. You feel like you've just got some of the dust and travel off you, and it's nice to wake up in a soft bed. And as much as you like she, not waking up to she's sort of slightly alarmed vibe. You've been sharing a room with her for a while. She's not the most relaxing person to wake up next to. So, you know, it's just nice to have a little bit of space to yourself, something that you rarely get being a long-term ship crew type. So this is a bit of a treat for you. Blaz, you've had a rough night of nightmares. The Leeites you're still getting used to these things, and they are, as their little electrical impulses spark and fire, you're getting kind of little flashbacks to your experiences with the Vesk, and at worst times, experience flashes back to some of your run-ins with the Cult of Zonkathon. You have a plan for potentially making this work for you, but you realise you have a long way ahead before living with these creatures will ever be considered normal or easy to manage day to day. And she, you wake up surprisingly rested. It's been an interesting night, and oddly, you always wake up alone somewhere on mission, thinking about the next task. But the strangest thing for you is that, much like Clara, you've kind of gotten used to waking up next to your Vlaka friend, and it's kind of odd to be back to it just being you. And you, for a moment, just experience a slight pang of looking around for your roommate. It's a strange feeling and not one you're used to. Just a little tiny pang. Yeah, you just have that moment of just on waking, you kind of like roll over and kind of again, because you wake up on alert every day, and the first thing you think is, where's my roommate? What's happened? And then you have that, oh, okay, we're in a hotel. Just that's an unfamiliar feeling for you. But you have all had a nice night's rest. You have, hopefully, clear heads and a plan for the day. You found yourself a nice hotel. You found yourself some more information about the Green Street Gang and potentially what might be going on here on Marianas and how it might help you in your quest to take down the head of the Gaza clan, one Zoran Gaza. And that's where we're going to leave it for this evening, with you waking up, a new day ahead of you, and hopefully freshly energized to get this mission accomplished and put the tribulations of Marianas behind you.
Did Blas wake up?
He's been awake the whole time. He's been batting 1,000.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, in the game.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were going to make James. James has been awake. No, Blas had a sleep.
No, James has done great. Blas is still asleep.
Yeah, no. Blas had a sleep, but it was broken. It was not a pleasant sleep, not as pleasant as the rest of you. The Lehites are still settling in, and there we have it. Season 2, episode 16, completed, and next trajectory. And of course, as for those of you who didn't catch up in chat, they have all leveled up to level 5. So I'm sure that next week we'll start to see more of these new abilities bubbling through in their next batch of adventures. But we'll do the usual thing of saying good night to YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Twitch people, for watching. But we're going to hang out with you for a little minute longer. Everybody good? You actually all look like you've just been like, I've just had a nice sleep. Genuinely look like you're coming too. So we're going to run the credits, hang out with the Twitch people for a bit, but
I'm done.
Okay.
Apropos of anything specific, Zoe?
Can I retcon that I mystic cured myself one time before going to sleep?
Yeah, no worries. That's fine. That's
Cool,
fine. Do your
thanks.
numbers. I won't hold it against you. Right, folks, we're going to run the credits. We're going to hang out with Twitch people for a bit. But like I say, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. We do this live every Monday night at 8 p.m. UK time on my channel, the Jayven Fox channel. So please come and join us in the streaming land and hang out with us live. I think it's better. But, I appreciate the benefits and the joys of on-demand, I get it. But, live in the moment a little bit more. We're all... YouTube has really fucked us all. We're all broken now. So come and hang out with us in person. It's a lot more fun. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. Comment on how dated my idea of parasocial relationships are down below. And we'll see you next week.